Welcome to the Eat This Book podcast. I'm Michael Whitworth. Each day we take a small piece of scripture and we sit with it. Not a quick snack that disappears before lunch, not a chore you check off of a list, but rather a meal meant to be savored. So pull up a chair. Let's eat. In episode 4, we're taking a look at Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 19. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and years, and let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning, the fourth day. Here's something strange about Genesis chapter 1. Light shows up on day 1. Let there be light, God says, and there's light. Evening and morning, the first day. But the sun doesn't show up until day 4. If you're reading carefully, that should make you stop. How can there be light without a sun? How can there be evening and morning, 3 of them, before there's anything in the sky to cause evening and morning? It's easy to read past this, but I think the strangeness is the point. The ancient world was full of sun worship. Egypt had Ra, Babylon had Shamash. The sun was a god, the source of life, the giver of light, the power that ruled the heavens. Everyone knew where light came from. It came from the sun. And Genesis says, no, it doesn't. Light comes from God. The sun is just a light bearer, a vessel, a tool. God made light on day 1 with nothing but His word. He didn't need a sun to do it. And when He finally makes the sun on day 4, the text doesn't even call it by name. It's just the greater light. As if to say, don't get too impressed. This isn't a god, it's a lamp. That's a radical statement. It strips the sun of its divinity. It puts the created thing in its proper place, not as a source, but as a servant. The light was already there. The sun just got the job of carrying it. I think there's something here for us. We live in a world full of light bearers, things that carry goodness, truth, beauty, life, people who bring us joy, jobs that give us purpose, relationships that sustain us, churches and communities, rhythms that hold us together. And it's so easy to start worshiping the light bearers. We look at the thing that's delivering the light and we think that's the source. If this person loves me, I'm okay. If this job works out, I'll be secure. If this community stays intact, I'll have meaning. We put our hope in the vessel instead of the one who filled it. But Genesis reminds us the light came first. God spoke light into existence before there was anything to carry it. The source is God. Everything else is just a lamp. That's freeing if you think about it, because lamps break. Light bearers fail. The person you depended on lets you down. The job disappears. The community fractures. And when that happens, it can feel like the light itself has gone out. But the light didn't come from them. It never did. God made light before He made the sun, which means if every lamp in your life went dark tomorrow, the source of light would still be shining. The sun is not the light. The sun carries the light. And the God who made light on day 1 doesn't need a sun to keep making it. There's something else I want you to see in this passage. Look what the lights are for. Verse 14, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and years. Signs, seasons, days, years. The sun and moon aren't just light sources, they're timekeepers. God builds rhythm into creation. The lights mark the passage of time, when to plant, when to harvest, when to celebrate, when to rest. They create a calendar. They structure life. This is practical, but it's also deeply theological. Time isn't random. It isn't meaningless. God designed it. He built markers into the sky so that we would know where we are in the story. The Jewish calendar is built around this. Festivals tied to moon cycles, Sabbaths tied to the week, God established in creation. Even today, we measure our lives by the lights God set in the sky. The rhythm isn't arbitrary. It's a gift. I think we need that reminder. Our lives can feel chaotic. Days blur into each other. We lose track of time, lose track of ourselves. The weeks feel the same. Nothing marks the passage except exhaustion. But God built rhythm into creation. Signs and seasons, days and years. There's an order to time, a structure. You're not just drifting. You're moving through a story that God is telling, marked by lights He hung in the sky before you were born. When you watch a sunset, you're seeing day 4's work. When the moon rises, you're watching a gift God gave to help you find your place in time. The lines aren't just beautiful, they're functional. They're telling you something. One more thing. Look at verse 16. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. Think about those words, and the stars. 3 words, almost an afterthought. We now know there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. Billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, distances so vast our minds can't hold them. And Genesis covers it all in 3 words. And the stars. I don't think this is because the author didn't know how big the universe was. I think it's because the point isn't the size. The point is the source. Whether it's one sun or a trillion, whether it's our little moon or a galaxy a billion light years away, it all comes from the same place. God made it, God spoke it, God set it in the sky. The stars are not gods. They're decor. Beautiful, vast, unimaginably numerous, and still just lamps. Still just light bearers. The light came first. So here's what day 4 offers us. If you've been worshiping the light bearers, if you've been putting your hope in the vessels instead of the source, day 4 invites you to reorder your heart. The people in your life are gifts, but they're not God. The good things you enjoy are real, but they're not the source. God made light before He made the sun. Your security is in Him. And if you feel lost in time, if the days blur and the weeks feel meaningless, day 4 reminds you that God built rhythm into creation. Signs and seasons, days and years. You're not drifting. You're in a story. The lights in the sky are still marking time, still telling you where you are. Evening and morning, the 4th day. The sun finally shows up, the moon takes its place, the stars fill the sky. But the light was already there. Next time on Eat This Book, we come to day 5 of creation, the day that empty spaces finally come alive. The waters don't just get a fish, they swarm. The sky doesn't get quiet movement, it fills with wings. And for the first time in Scripture, God speaks a blessing. If you've ever felt empty, relationally, spiritually, vocationally, day 5 has something to say about the kind of God who fills what He forms and never does it halfway. Join me as we sit with a God who doesn't do scarcity and who doesn't leave voids unfulfilled. Thanks for eating with me. Until next time, may the Word dwell in you richly.